Beautiful day out. About 50 degrees, sunny, great day to ride. Rode yesterday. It was mid 30s. And a bit windy. It's like they're having a good time in that car up front. The sound turns out on this one. Half my sound on the last video didn't turn out. So I had to delete the sound and just have music. Trying to get this setup figured out. Out where the mic needs to be and camera angle. I have the GoPro mounted to the top of my helmet, mainly due to the face of this helmet not having a good spot to put the curved mount on for the GoPro. I'll have to see what kind of different mounts they have, because I'd like to have it on the front. Try to get some of last year's gas used up. I did store it pretty much full. I filled it up and then took it to my nephews to put it in their garage, as I didn't have a garage last year. trust them trailers. Sometimes people don't hook them up right, they can come disconnected or something can fly off. So always got to be on the lookout for that. Be ready. First, when I got this motorcycle last year, rarely used the heel shifter on it. But I've come to grow to really like that. A lot easier to push down than lift up. The new bikes, I'm not sure if they brought that back. I know the 20s, they took it off the way. I know the 21s have cable clutch now. Hopefully they'll do a ride day where you can ride the motorcycles at the dealer. They usually do multiple times throughout the year, probably when it's a little warmer. I don't know how this shows up. Usually it shows up on the camera that I'm way back, but I'm really not that far back from this UPS truck. Maybe a car length. I try not to get right on them just in case someone comes from behind and they're not stopping. That way I got a good amount of room to get out of the way. Definitely something that I should practice. We'll be practicing with my nephew. He's going to be getting his cycle endorsement after getting some practice, of course. Getting used to handling a motorcycle for the first time and stuff. He's got a Yamaha V-Star 650 for a beginner's bike. Great bikes. I had one before this. Good little beginner bike. They do vibrate on the highway a bit. But they will do the speed limit, no problem. This bike just glides on the highway. But that's what it's made for. It's a touring bike. I wouldn't mind riding one of the Indians, seeing how them are. Bus there. I don't have anywhere in particular I have to go, just basically enjoying the day. Watch these people coming up behind me. One thing on being on a motorcycle, you can't trust anybody else but yourself. especially in these roundabouts. People will whip through them without even looking. Position I'm in, rough. Our highways aren't much better right now. I have been putting some work into them, but still not the greatest. Big holes everywhere. Put a bunch of dirt in the road, thanks. State over there. Seems everywhere Secretary of State is one of them cheap, overpriced insurance companies is right next to them. Unfortunately, they get a bunch of business. People buy 3-day insurance just to get their plates and stuff, and they drive the rest of their time without insurance until it's time to renew again. Which we're a state that I want to go down this way. We're a state that you're supposed to have insurance at all times. Some states you can pay a fee to not have insurance all year. I know Virginia, it's like $500. And I've lived down there, but that was several years ago. Never been down this way. halfway decent. Probably could do some practicing in there. When I first bought this bike, I came off riding a V-Star 650. I've had other motorcycles. I've had a couple Hondas, Yamaha. When I was like 17 or 18, I had a Yamaha. But got back into riding motorcycles. Bought a V-Star 650. Rode that a while. Practiced with it. Got where I felt comfortable with it. And I was ready for it. Felt like I was ready for a bigger motorcycle. So looked around. Saw this at the local dealer. It was used. A little over 5,000 miles on it. Just had its 5K service. About the extended warranty package on it. This is my first Harley ever owning. I left that dealer. I was a bit nervous. The biggest bike I've ever ridden. But I knew the first thing I was going to do is go to the parking lot and practice. Get comfortable leaning this bike, handling this bike, because it is much heavier. Like 900 pounds, where the V-Star is like 500, so big weight difference. Anyway, I took it to the parking lot, practiced day after day. Do U-turns, figure eights. Got to where, I could comfortably, I felt comfortable with it. And where I could do a U-turn well within 24 feet. So I rode it for a couple months, and then I got my wife on the back of it, adjusted the shock, of course, for the extra load. And she enjoyed it. I enjoy, I like riding alone, but she wants to go with. I put her backrest on, got her a nice backrest, and haul her along with me. She don't have any interest in learning how to ride a motorcycle herself. I've asked her. She'd be more than capable of, to be able to ride a motorcycle, but I don't think it's anything that really interests her. I think she just likes riding on the back. And nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing. And this year we plan on doing some trip taking, hopefully. I will probably take a trip or two without her, and then take a couple trips with her, long distance trips, I mean. I really want to lay some miles down this year. I put about 3,000, 4,000 miles on this bike last year, and I didn't get it until I believe it was August of last year. So I rode it just about every single day. This has been an adventure. Hey, I didn't get lost. That's a good thing. Because I'd never been that way. So I wasn't sure where it would lead me. That's okay. This bike's equipped with GPS. I also carry my phone with me, which is also linked to the audio system on this thing. Certainly feels a lot better than yesterday. I mean, it's still cold, but not as bad as yesterday. By the time I left my brother's house, I'd say it was right about 32 degrees out. Luckily, no water on the road. Know what that guy in the Honda was doing, blocking traffic apparently. Yeah, I just like cruising around every now and then, but I do have some trips planned. I like to go up to UP. I'm familiar with Michigan, but the Upper Peninsula is absolutely gorgeous, and it'll be an awesome ride for a motorcycle. Go across the bridge. Always checking my mirrors. And honestly, people in cars should check their mirrors too, because boy, they're getting rear-ended. People texting on their cell phones or whatever they're distracted with, mainly cell phones. Hopefully not too much wind noise comes through. Newer helmets, so kind of enjoying this helmet. It's lighter than my old helmet. Definitely more airflow. So when it's hot in the summertime, this will be a perfect helmet. Probably not the greatest helmet for winter time, but as you can see, most of the snow is melted. There's still a little bit. Continuously melt until for the rest of the week. I mean, tomorrow's only going to be near 40, so Today it was near 50, so I wanted to take advantage of that as soon as I got home. I don't know if guys are like me, but when I'm at work and it's a nice day out, that's all I can think about is getting home and riding my motorcycle. No better feeling than that. Still waiting for my pin lock for my shield. I ordered it. They didn't say nothing about it being, you know, back ordered or anything like that. I received the package, opened it up, the helmet. I bought this from Burrock, right off their website. And I got my extra shield, which is the one I'm wearing right now. It's the red color tinted. And I look in there and my shockwave system was in there. Which I don't have that turned on right now. Mainly so you guys don't, mainly so the music isn't playing in your guys' ears. I don't know how well the mic would pick it up. I'm new at this, so, but yeah, they didn't mention anything. I emailed them and they did have a great response time. I mean, the very next day there was an email saying they wouldn't have any more in until like March 23rd. So but it would definitely help with the fogging issue. I mean, these shields are supposed to be anti-fog themselves anyway, but they really are not. Of course, I guess can't really blame them. It is cold, and I'm just full of hot air, I guess. Setup. I definitely like being able to record my rides. It's fun, I think. Smoother roads over here, and going to Mason. Them roads are horrible. Even on a bagger. I don't know if I said this, but this is a 18 Road Glide, and it's only got the 107. I will admit, I wish I would have gotten the 114, but they do make a big bore kit for these too. still, this has plenty of power for me. Even with the wipe on there, it gets up and goes. Don't take a whole lot. And it handles very well. For being a big bike, it's nimble. I mean, if you know how to handle a bike, you can make it do pretty much what you want. They don't have as high of a lean angle as, say, a sports bike, but anything that you really need to do on a motorcycle, you can do on these. Any motorcycle, essentially. With proper training, practice is huge. Practicing your skills, keeping them sharp, even if you've been riding years. There's always something that could improve on, at least in my opinion. Nice green Blazer Equinox. Almost said Blazer. And they essentially look the same. I'll crack my visor. If you hear something, that's my visor snapping into place. I have to open it at the stops because it fogs up. Starting to go down, temperature's going to start dropping, but that was a good little ride. I enjoyed it. People blow their leaves in the road. Rocks and gravel, whatnot, but the leaves can be slippery. A big mud hole at the end of the drive. Crack my visor open. Alright, well, if you watched the video, thank you. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed going for the ride. Alright, have a good day.